2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. DA, take it.
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both fashions. He's hard to stop. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for Brooklyn, they've got Green, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the five. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Kept alive. Jordan kicks to Irving. The deep three from Harden. That three off the mark.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Harden. Here's Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's George. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Durant. Let's keep it alive. Back to Jordan. In the corner. Harden over George. Offensive rebound. Outside for Durant. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Pass to Irving. They could use a bucket. Connects from three-point range.
The team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
George with no one around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The shot's good from Irving.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Williams. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Brooklyn with the ball. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Durant, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Count it.
Sliding his way inside. Williams taking advantage of that late reaction by the defense.
Harden against Morris. Harden gets the bucket. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
For 3, Durant. Morris with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
And that one's good, Irving.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Now, Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Harden can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
That shot wide open.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And the shot goes in.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
The drive by Jackson. The kick out to Williams. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
They shot the lights out from deep and really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And here is Williams. After the three-pointer from KD. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now, here's Green. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. And Williams, here we go, makes it off the glass. Williams has got 6 points.
The thing about Williams, sometimes he doesn't look like he's moving all that fast, and then bam, there go the Jets.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Williams. Over Irving. Williams can't hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
KD with the bucket.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
There's the pass to Kennard. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers.
KD is so good at drawing contact. You might remember now they changed the rules on that rip move that he perfected.
And so Durant nails them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Williams for 3. Green with the rebound. Here's Harden. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed.
And so it's Brooklyn with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against him.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Green, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Batum with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Beverly. Outside for Batum. Over Green. Outside Jackson. They shoot again. Tries again. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
So relentless. Ibaka with the high motor and great length to get to the board before anyone else.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's George in for Jackson. Irving looking over the floor. Irving double team. Harden has a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Harden's got 9 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Passes it to Harden. Over Leonard. And too long on the shot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
He dishes it to George. Pass to Beverly. Here's Ibaka. Jordan with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Beverly against Harden. Beverly, the pass to George. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
Jeff Green on the wing. Outside Jordan. George against Harden. Over George. They kick it out to Green. Launches a three. No good on the shot. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. The shot. That's good for George on the assist by Leonard. George has got his second bucket tonight.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
A nice shot by Katie.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets leading by 13. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
George against Harden. Yep, that one goes.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looked so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Harris, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Williams with a clean look. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Shamet. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen, can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Nets leading by 8. Johnson kicks to Harris. There's the triple. Can't hit that one. And here's Los Angeles. They're on an 18-5 run. Kennard's shot is off. The Nets shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Bell, the pass to Harris. Johnson from outside. The shot missing. Clippers trail by 8. Here's George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
The three from Johnson gets the three-pointer to fall. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Leonard gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Down low, here's George. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Los Angeles shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Nets leading by 6. Here's Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. A floater, he lays it in. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game. And that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Shumpert. The Clippers grab the miss.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Harden's shot is good.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points, 2 rebounds. Well, Durant having to sit out all last year due to injury. Now that he's back in action, how do you feel about this move to Brooklyn? Kenny, you can start us off.
I like the move because Durant likes it. He knew his time was up in Golden State, and he didn't like it there. So when he engaged in the franchise, I think he's going to be a great player.
Look, a star like KD needs to be in a big city. Brooklyn seems to be a good fit for him. That's what he's looking for.
And that's going to do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverley. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
To the middle. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
That's good from Beverly. And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Fires the 3. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Yeah, with platinum level all-around skills, Durant can pretty much score at will.
Harden against George. As shot comes out, the Nets go the other way with it. And here we go, Shumpert running it up the court. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And the shot goes down.
Boy, what a graceful athlete. I mean, Durant does a beautiful job moving and slicing through that defense, getting a high percentage shot there.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Yeah, but they're 3 or 4 to start the second half.
Beverly wide open, misses the 3.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Jordan dishes to Shumpert. 5 on the clock. Durant way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
There is no limit to where Durant can shoot from, which is what makes him really dangerous when he's got the ball in his hands.
Here's George, and Jordan sends it back. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. Kevin Durant is second.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
George, no good. Nets leading by 7. Here's Shumpert, and finished off by Shumpert.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Outside, George.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen. There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. It's Harden with the drive, and yes, it's good. Harden's got 15 points.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well. Well, I tell you what makes him such a great scorer. He's an excellent ball handler, too. Kind of lulls you to sleep like a little snake charmer, then strikes. Boom!
And here's Leonard from 3. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Williams has got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Harden gets the bucket.
They knew this was coming. Harden can't just let that last 3 go. Way too competitive for that.
Here's Williams. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times. Nets leading by 7. It's Harden with the drive.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
For Los Angeles, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. A nice shot by George.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Harden against George. It's good.
And the mid-range game of Harden, excellent. An offensive genius, really. I mean, knows exactly where to get the looks that he wants.
And it's Leonard missing.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Shumpert. No good from outside.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Here's a look at some of the stats for Kawhi Leonard.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact
with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. Here's the floater. And Harden. And the nice bucket inside. Harden's got 11 points here in just the second half. Williams passes to Zubac. 52 seconds left in the third. And he banks in the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Shumpert. Kicks it out to Harden. A shot off that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Williams. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Nets leading by 6. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Irving's got assist number 8 here in this one already. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's his first trip to the line. He throw good, Lou Williams.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 8. Live from Brooklyn, New York. You're watching 2K Sports. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Jackson. We've got Durant. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Shumpert in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And the jam by Harden.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Now here's Williams. Morris outside. Over Jordan. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
That shot off. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Beverly. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense there from Irving. Back to Shumpert. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the feed to KD. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Boy, that's a tough take there by Durant. He gets off the shot, his finesse coming into play there, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
Durant hits them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Williams kicks to Morris. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 6 assists now in the game.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, what a journey it's been for Irving. An all-star, a champion. He's played on the U.S. national team and even did a little acting along the way.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Here's Durant. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. KD's got 12 points here in the second half. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 7-point differential. Here's Batum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You know, that's where the high release point of Batum worked to his advantage. Allowed him to get that shot off.
The free throw drops for Batum. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Irving double team. Stolen by Beverly. Shot on the wing and dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
And the foul on Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And Georgia subbed in for Lou Williams. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. And Jordan sends it back.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
The Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. George against Harden. Here's Irving. Back to Jordan. 5 to shoot. Nets passing it around. Pulls in another board.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. That one falls. And the Nets lead by 4.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Back to Beverly, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
On the wing, Shumpert. Back to Irving. Over Beverly. And rebounds again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. They've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Here's Beverly. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. The Nets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Here's Ibaka. Good. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Out to Shumpert for the 3. Empty that time from Leonard.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Bucket is good. George has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
LA has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And despite being a little guy, Beverly knows how to step up big. Terrific at delivering when his team needs an important basket.
Irving with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. Batum against Irving. From deep. Offensive rebound, Nets. It's Durant on the wing. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, you can't afford to bite on this. I mean, once Durant has you in the air, the rest of it is elementary.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He gets it in there. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Here's Leonard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Ball's not loose. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, you've got to be careful and skillful in how you guard Irving. I mean, he's really adept at drawing fouls.
That's the first. That will put them up by 2. Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 3. 1:21 left to play in the final quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. The second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Leonard, a good look. And it's off the back rim, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Irving, and the shot is good. And the Nets lead by 7.
Hey, when you defend Irving, you've got to be all in. I mean, his finishing ability is extraordinary.
Zubac trying to break loose. Los Angeles with another miss. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Count it, good. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Jordan trying to free himself up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Man, great tenacity from Durant there. I mean, he makes it so difficult to guard him without fouling.
And so Durant nails them both.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Wow, I'll tell you, Morris is on one tonight, pumping his points in left and right.
Shumpert finds Jordan outside Irving. From about 19 feet, and that one drops.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater